and good morning to everyone that might show up or not. Hope, and I am going to wish you good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Amber. Good morning. Here, I thought it was going to be only me. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I still have some problems here with my teeth, and it seems that I really got some nasty, yeah, because I woke up with a nasty migraine and started to get very sick. So for 2 days, I have been bedridden or just been in bed, not been able to do very much. Sadly, I have been thinking a lot about you, and hopefully you are all doing good. So, and oh, thank you, Lynn. You know what? Sometimes it is, if you can say, a part of life when you get this age, and you know when things are getting more and more chemicals. I don't know, but the weather has also oh yeah, you hate it. Yeah. So, but I am feeling better now, Amber. But you know, sometimes the time of year, you know, it's starting first to be warm, cold, and you can't. I think it has also something to do that I got this anesthetic from the dentist, and sometimes you can actually get sick from it afterwards. Yeah, so hopefully you're all having good, and I am of course sending prayers for you that you're doing fine. Oh, I'm just looking at my kitty. She's in the window. I don't know why she has sort of knocked her bed down. And as you can hear, my voice is not better. Good morning, Marina. Hope you have doing well. It has been a long time. I've seen Amber and Lynn, and so good to see you. The confession of a napkin order. As you know, I am making some mixed packets with napkins. That also means that I sort of starting to look for special napkins. I sort of can be packed in different package, mixed up, and I actually found these. These are peacocks, as you can see, in very beautiful color. I got 2 different colors of them. I am taking off the plastic so you better can see. the colors. I don't know if you're still interested in getting these. Yes, I will do that. But Marina, did you send it on my phone or in my computer? Because it seems that somebody has hacked. I don't know, but I will do that, Marina. Um, I need to. Did you? I am going to. Yes, Marina. This is napkin number 2. This is dark gray, also with the peacocks. Just a second. Okay, let's see. Ah, yeah, I got it here on my phone. Yeah, but when you say one set of purple, I calculated you want 12 sheets, right, of the purple and 12 of the pink and 12 of the orange red. Yeah, I have already packed them for you in yeah, packets. And no, I don't stitch the paper because you know what, I am going to let you do that because that's also one of the things. um I think I just want to I have put the red ribbon and then I crochet the red string. But if you want, because somebody told me, you know what, it is better for you to put the finish touch onto it. So what you want inside, but of course I will leave the red dolly into it. And so you sort of being able to put your own signatures and stitch, and if you rather want to have them with an elastic or something, you can do that. So I will do that. The problem is sometimes my fingers don't have feelings. They're like numb um, because of nerve damage. So I have very difficult to feel, the touch when so I am not particularly good of writing because sometimes I can't feel if I touched the screen. So it is easier for me when I have the keyboard on the computer. Um, but Yeah, I will do that. But as I told you, I got very bad sick because of dentists, I think. So, good morning, Misty. Oh, you look so beautiful. Um, and so does the dude. Yeah, yeah. So, oh yes, but don't overdo it, Misty. Don't overdo it. I mean, there's no need. You look beautiful, and slowly is also the best thing to do. That's a promise. So I hope also you are doing great. As I showed you, these are the two different peacocks. But I also got some with the flowers. I don't know, and I found some with elephants. Yeah, and a very special one here. So I am going to make an extra mixed packet with these napkins and see if I can get some pictures up. If you're still interested, of course, in mixed packets. And I have been lurking on you girls. Oh, you do? I love peacocks too, Misty. I really do. They are so beautiful. Um, because sometimes, as I told you, we get different napkins every week, month, because we do a lot of hygge, and you have to be fast because they only get about 3 or 4 packets of each pattern. Um, but so they are always, different napkins. Um, and I think it is because we Danes love our napkins if in our hygge, and they are really detailed about, even if it is black and white and only in the blue colors, you can actually see it has very, very beautiful details on them, like the lions and sort of that is going to be. And Amber, I hope you are doing good. Also, with your work. So, and you're not working yourself exhausted, but remember to take your breaks too. Would be lovely. I know it is early for you girls now. It's about 9 o'clock, I can expect. So I want to show you. Oh, it is 6 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, I count that we are about 7 hours ahead. Oh, you're in bed. Yeah, it's Monday morning. I mean, I hope you had a great weekend. It's very chilly. I mean, even if the sun is shining, it's really cold. I want to show you my little princess here has gone into her little cave. Oh, you know what? I remember when I had a 3-year-old. Yes, you do. You are awake and you sleep when they're asleep. You don't. I mean, you take the rest when you can to keep with the little ones. If I turn the camera like this, can you see in the window? I don't know if you can see. In there, in that little basket over in the corner, I don't know how to point it out for you, but if I do like this, here, she is in her little basket in the corner enjoying the sunlight. Here. Yeah, you can see the basket. Yes, she's inside that basket over there. The princess. Yes, Kitty know how to keep warm. So, and so do my plant. Yeah, we are going out. I'm taking you with me to make some coffee. And it has been tough these late days. Yes, my husband, Philip. Yes, my dear husband, Philip. He's always in a good mood, and I am a little ashamed because I actually haven't done my dishes, or I mean, it is actually first time I haven't. I know I am a person who has a lot of things and a lot of stuff, but what I normally don't like to have is garbage and dishes. You know, dirty dishes. I really hate dirty dishes, but sometimes, I mean, you can't avoid it. And I have to admit, I have been too bad. I'll pick some water. I I don't know, Marina, if you have seen. Yeah. So, and that's exactly what I have been doing, taking care of myself and stayed in bed with warm chamomile tea. As you can see here, I want to show you I have created a new red orange here paper, a little darker and yellow, and I got I got some more of the blue here with sparkles on. I don't know how well the light is out here because this is actually the room when the sun is actually on the other side, but this is actually blue, and this is actually red and blue, red with blue sparkles into it, so it's kind of mixed red and blue, because it seems that the blue color. Hello, Susan Hill. Good morning. Lovely to see you. It didn't want to dissolve and mix the color, so it has been sort of sparklet. As you can see here, it has red with blue sparkles. So, and as you can see here is the light orange, yellow, different shades, and I need to figure out how to answer some questions about what has been noted on my videos. As I said, I haven't been on much. Chopper has been here, and he's the one who sort of play train station on my Facebook, and that means sometimes you can actually see I'm online, but I'm actually not online on Facebook. I am online on the train station, the game. So I am feeling better, Susan. Thank you so much. So, but I think it has something to do with the tooth and the anesthetic that did that. I was very sick with migraine and nausea, and I don't know if you can say it, how you say it, but in Denmark we say Ulrik, and we do that when it's coming out this way. I don't know how you explain it in a decent way, but here in Denmark we say Ulrik. So, or upchuck, yes, it was like this. And I just talked to a doctor. Yeah, vomit, throw up. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yes, puke. Yes. Oh, I love you. But I mean, things has a lot of names, and you girls know it can be so easy to assault. I mean, people can get offended by you using a wrong word, right? I mean, you have to be very careful how you speak these days, because hello, Joey. Yeah, okay, America has a lot of words. Yeah, and we have here in Denmark, we say the things like they are. So we don't have a lot of words for these things. I mean, we just say it. We did Ulrich, and it's like so sort of how it is. Hello, Clara. Good to see you. Yeah. So and my son, he was so happy. Joy and Clara for his homemade Nutella. And he said to me, Mom, did you remember to tell them if they want it to taste even more creamy? Yeah, so, oh, you do too, Susan? Yeah, I mean, say the things as they are. I mean, like that one, throw up, or return of the things, but some sort of people don't think about it. But my son said to me, if you make this homemade Nutella, you can make it even more creamy because it is a very rich, powerful chocolate cacao taste. And yeah, return of the lunch. I was uh, Susan, I love you. And Lynn, yeah. I mean, you can have all these sweet words. You made that one up. Yeah. I think a lot of these words are coming by people. Oh, Susan. So, but I mean, to explain to you that he said you can actually add some. But by the way, Susan, I actually heard that expression in a movie. Yeah, kids slangs. But sometimes if you're an adult, they really expect you to act like an adult. I mean, why don't they teach the kid to talk nice? I mean, it's like, yeah, they don't care how the kids are talking. I mean, I remember my grandmother had actually, sort of washed my mouth with soap. Okay, vomit is the correct term. Thank you, Lynn. Vomiting. Okay, thank you. The rest is slang. Okay. We say Ulrich here. So that's how we explain it. Yeah, it's not good, but it is me that has been sick with it, and I just asked what word you're using, Clara. Sorry. So change of subject, please. Oh, sorry. Because I love you girls. So I am going to blend my coffee. This is how coffee. Okay, the next time I just use an email. MTI or yeah. So we are doing coffee. Yes. So I don't know how many of you. Yeah, and I mean, I was trying to explain that. Thank you, Lynn. To make it more creamy, you can add, if you have it, like I show you, in Denmark, you know this cream. This is actually wiping clean. You know this heavy cream you whip for. In Denmark we call it piskefløde. It is 38%. Some will call them whipped cream, and you simply add for that. As you can see, I made a pot like this. For this, you have here. Yeah, okay, heavy whipping cream. Yes, in US, I used about a deciliter to add to it, and as you can see here, it got a little lighter brown, but it also did that it got, as you can see, it is exactly the shade of Nutella, if you can actually see it, because it is because of the sun, but it actually got the right Nutella color, and I can assure you it tastes wonderful on a piece of bread. I even got a very tiny slice of bread, so you can actually add some heavy cream, if we call it heavy cream, to it, and simply cream it up like this. It will also soften the rich flavor. And I'm sorry I forgot that in the recipe, but that's how it is. And as of course my son was very happy that he heard I have been making this for him. I know I sort of called it, and if we have something, people normally say, what kind of kitchenware? We have half and half in Denmark. Yeah, it's we have 4 different kinds. It is, I mean, if you, for example, take this, is what you call whole milk here, like this. It has only 3.5% of fat into it, and you have something says, but yeah, low fat cream. We have that too, skimmed milk, but we don't have. I think we have only one type of heavy cream, and that's the one for 38% of fat. And then that's the highest we have. And then we have like a creme fraiche, like a yogurt made out of sweet milk, and sometimes a little heavier. Yeah, non-fat, exactly. I can remember when I was a child. I mean, we got our milk from a farmer. So what we actually did was, I get the full milk. I mean, real milk. It was straight from the cow, sort of speaking. I can remember I just got a bucket, a milk bucket, and went to the farmer. And after he has milk, we, yeah. So, I mean, creme fraiche is, you can have it any supermarket. I mean, it is everywhere here in Denmark. And as you can see, it is actually looking like real Nutella when you have added a little cream to it. So, it even smells like Nutella. I can assure you. And you can actually taste the hazelnut cream. Yeah. Oh, Susan. Yeah. So, yeah, it is much healthier. Also, you have to consider it doesn't have palm oil into it. It is real butter. It is organic ingredients. Misty. I just made an recipe how you can make your own Nutella. Misty. I call it poor man's Nutella. Yeah, I don't mind that, Susan. Trust me, I am hearted. So, but change the subject. So, oh, yeah, yeah, really? That's good. That's because I love Nutella, but I have always made my own Nutella. See, it was 3 more times because I mean I have never been able. Yes, I mean it's like, when you are sort of starting making your own, and you, I mean, are, I don't know the term for it, but better off with some homemade. And I have sort of tried. I have actually never tried this, but my son said it's like it's. I have actually tasted it. Yes, I have, in a very fancy restaurant, in a cake, and I got it, and I can remember it's. I asked what in earth name is this, because it's, it tasted like uh, fatty, not very nice grease, like grease. And he said it was Nutella, and I said, you know what? When I do Nutella, it doesn't taste like that. So no, never, never spent money on it. Oh my god! Mm. Real filled miniature. Wow. For the Christmas tree. Okay. yeah, Italiener. Yeah, okay. Then I hope some Italians will try to make my Nutella. As you can see, I am a horrible person here. I know you mean the lids, not the kids. You know, that's the part if you have to try to write with this touch, right? Sometimes it can be, yeah, horrible. Definitely, especially if you don't sort of check out what you actually is writing. Yeah. Exactly, autocorrect. Oh, I love that, Lynn. And remember about the cream. So, oh yeah, multicolored kit, yes. And it is actually cheaper. Some would say no, but I say yes because first of all, you get a more healthy product. And most of the things, if you are an Italiana housewife, yeah, I mean, you have the ingredients. Because one thing Italiana grandmas, yeah, never, I mean, make compromise about the ingredients and how you cook and how you make pasta and how you do things. And you have multi-ethnic ones, yes. So, but I mean, children are children, and people also come in different colors. Oh yeah. Yeah, I imagine that you could, yeah, unicorn children. Yes, but it was good to see Amber and Crafty. No, Misty, I have shown the recipe so you can make your own Nutella. Yours will be pretend, okay? Yeah. Mm. So, mm, this is definitely so good. So, it is me, I call it poor man's Nutella. And it is butter, um, grounded hazelnuts, like this. See, grounded hazelnuts and dark cacao. Yes, poor man's Nutella. It's called, and water and powdered milk. Let's see if I can remember. Water, butter, powdered milk, cacao, or chocolate powder, dark chocolate powder, grounded these hazelnuts and some sugar and some vanilla and some cornstarch And I show you how to boil it up and warm it up in the video. Yeah, me too, Susan. I love this homemade Nutella. And I am going to do that, Susan, because some people say it is not a poor man's Nutella because they say I use very expensive ingredients, and it might be expensive. So I think I am going to change it like poor man's homemade Nutella instead. So but basically it is not expensive. Yeah, hazelnuts are pricey. Hello, Lisa. But Lynn, if you get them at Christmas, I mean, sometimes at Christmas in the holiday seasons, you can actually get them in sale. I mean, shortly after Christmas, I have found out. Yeah, it is $4 a jar. It is, I mean, if it's pricey, and you don't have to put that amount of nut. I only use 60 gram of hazelnuts, and I don't know. It might be pricey, but you can have the amount of Nutella. I do keep it in the fridge, yes, because I don't put any this stuff that's sort of conservated, because it is natural. Yeah, exactly. And you have to remember it's 50% sugar and about 40% of what you call it, palm oil. I mean, I saw a picture. I mean, it was like this sugar, palm oil, like this. And hello, cancers. Good to see you. Yes, we're doing better. So that's how it. Yeah. Come back. Oh. Skal du have den der? Skal du se? Her er hun. Hvad? Her er hun. Ja. Hej, prinsesse Fiona. Hej, prinsesse Fiona. Prinsesse, prinsesse, jeg elsker dig. Elsker dig, min skat. Prinsesse, prinsesse, du er så smuk. Ja. Mm. Hej Fiona, siger det. Hej Fiona. Hej Fiona. Hej. Oh. Oh. Oh, thank you, Susan Hill. Så, prinsesse, prinsesse, du er så smuk. Er så smuk. Du. Yeah. So, yeah, I love singing for her, and I love sing. I mean, you know, I sing a lot. Also when I am alone, or, you know, sometimes when you go on the street. Oh, he did. He got a used dog yesterday. Oh, so good. Yes. So, and that's how I make coffee. I mean, and yes, and I hope you girls will try to make this Nutella. I mean, yeah. So, and tell me what you think about it, because sometimes you really need, and compared, Lynn, I saw another guy make this what he called homemade Nutella, and he actually used 1 kilogram only of hazelnuts and put honey and salt, and that's it. And I was thinking that is pricey. You can also instead of just, you can leave the nuts out, sort of speaking. Then you simply just turn it into chocolate cream bread spread, where it simply tastes of chocolate. You can make it with vanilla flavor only. And I have even made it with banana flavor and chocolate. Yeah. So it is almost the same. And if you change the white sugar with the brown sugar, it will have a more caramel taste to it. So it's like chocolate caramel cream. I can show you. I'll make the recipes for you. So you can easily make it without the hazelnuts. Exactly. So it is actually taste like chocolate cookie cream, but in a more healthy way. Yeah, because sometimes, it is very synthetic. Yeah, you can do that, Kansas. Yeah, you can also use, Lynn, you can also use peanuts. Yeah, easily. I mean, there's no problem. See, the problem is here in Denmark, we eat more houses. It is very difficult to buy peanuts here in Denmark. I mean, it is very difficult because I don't think the Danes, I mean, yeah, I wish we can do that here in Denmark. We can't do that, Lynn. I never found them. Maybe I have to go and check in, yeah, in one of these foreignish green shops, because they're very difficult to find here in Denmark. They are not real nuts, no. But I am going to show you. Yeah, yes, that grow under the ground. I just saw a movie about it. I was very fascinated, like the cranberries, how they are grown. It's the government, Susan Hill. It is simply the government that and the healthcare that decides what you can buy in Denmark. And sometimes we have this that the U.S. has. I mean, we can't get any imported things from US anymore because of the war or stuff like that when there's problem, and that means there's like a trade. And since we don't want to give more money for the war and stuff like that because and send soldiers, so yeah, so that means that the taxes and the fees and like this are raised so high so people can afford it and don't want to sort of import it from US. It's something like a trade deal or something that, yeah, not existing. Yeah. So and you know what, Susan, it's not only in your country, it is in my country, in all countries all over the world. So be it. Yes, exactly, Kansas. And that is about what is cool about this recipe I just gave you. That is simply I giving you a basic economic, yes, and you can use in change the white sugar with brown sugar and leave the nuts. You got a caramel tasting chocolate cream, and you can add peanuts. And I can even show you how to make your own peanut cream. I mean, with peanuts, I even think in one of my, yeah, just a minute. I think I got you here. As you can see, this is in a very old cooking book. And as you can see, it is handwritten. Can you see it? It is handwritten. um, yeah, and you can even see it is. Yeah, I need to see here. Yeah, it does say something about it does say something about she's making with peanuts. She calls them elephant nuts. Jordnødder. Yeah. How to make bread spread with elephant nuts, and it is actually the name that they call it in Denmark, and I would say it sounds more like this modern made what you call peanut butter. I think I am going to translate that recipe for you girls so you can make your own peanut butter. And since you already have the powdered milk and the water and you have honey, or honey or melasse. I need to try that one with you. Yeah, it is written in Danish. It's a very cool book. And I have one even older. I mean, and I can even show you how you can feed a family of 4 for about what it says about $1 per portion. So that means for 4 people you can actually cook. I need to try that, but again, it depends. It depends also, like we talked about cancer. The prices of the greens and how it is to buy, of course. Because it is, we get different types of things, and we have a government that decide what we can buy and what we cannot buy. Like, for example, all these magnificent colors for cake, you have to order online. You're not allowed to you can't buy it. Then we have to go to a special store and pay a fortune for them. Yeah. So, oh yes. And I am very impressed because by what you people can buy of food and stuff like that, we can't here in Denmark. And that is simply because what time it is here in Denmark, it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. So it is soon to be supper. But I eat my Nutella cream and I save some of it. So, and again, my wonderful recycled Tupperware. Oh, thank you, Clara. Bless your heart. He is doing better. He is doing better, but he is out again because we have 3 deaths on the street. So, of the homeless. So he has arranged them to be, burial, funeral for them, and he has sort of given his own sleeping bag away to a homeless person. So I am going to see if I can get him a new one. So, and that's why, as I told you, all the money, if you will buy the napkins, I will do that, Claire, and I promised I will say hello to you girls from him. I am also started to make some good food for him, greens, and so I am not letting him out without a food box and some healthy green food. And when he comes today, I got a pheasant. I have boiled a pheasant yesterday, and I am going to make from he is about 50, 54 years old. He's only 54. Yes, he's 3 years older than me. So, and I found an old recipe here in another very old book. Here, it is also a very old thing. And you know, fashion. Yeah. So he is going to have pheasant, and I got it for free actually. So, oh, okay, Kansas. And love you. You came by. Thank you. Have a great day, Kansas, please, and take care. Yes. So I am going to stay safe today. So, yeah. And it is actually a poor man's food, because when I was a kid in the forest, when I was totally little, I mean, oh, Kansas, bye. I mean, okay, Misty. You too, take care, Misty, and have a great day. Please. So that's how it is. We are going to, I was so lucky. Somebody shot 2 pheasants and gave them to me. So I bought one yesterday. Misty is crafty impression on a wimp. That is wonderful, Misty. So, yeah. Yeah. So, and I got some carrots and some apples, potatoes. So I am going to make a pheasant stew. Oh yeah. Yes and no, because if this is from a farmer, and farmers has of course they have to have a license for the weapons. You can't just buy a hunting weapon here in Denmark. So everything demands license, and what it is that you are allowed to hunt on your own land. Sometimes I also is lucky to get wild rabbits, because that means a farmer is allowed to shoot pheasants and wild rabbits on his own land without a license. And if he owns a forest, he can do it without a license. But of course, he cannot just go out and shoot everything. And I think people here in Denmark are more like they don't overhunt. Yeah. So, and when I don't see any problem if it's for keeping wild rabbits down or pheasants, or when I was a child we went hunting for blackbirds and crows and seagulls. These from the garbage dump. Yeah, for food. I mean, we do it for food. We don't do it for sport. I have never liked these people that hunt down lion for sport. So, I mean, and we don't hunt squirrels, and we are allowed to hunt wild porks and stuff like that. And we have special hunters for deers. So, and we can even once a year, if we like to fish, we can go in the exactly Susan Hill Sports is up there. Yeah, and pheasant. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that, Lynn. So, yeah. So sometimes we are invited so we can, if there are too many fish in the city's lakes, we have some man-made city lakes here in Copenhagen. Then they advertise you can get a number, and then you can actually go fishing and keep the fish to help keep the fish down. And like wild ducks. I also got a wild duck. Mostly the male dogs. If there are too many male dogs, we are allowed to go if we can catch them. Just nag one. We are allowed to take the pigeons. Yeah. But I think we don't do that because we don't have so many schools in Denmark, Lynn. It's more like that. So yeah. You know what? I think most of us. I mean. I think most people hate this sports here in Denmark, and we don't have so many schools that people actually eat them. Yeah, exactly, Lynn. That's also what I thought about. That you have a load of them compared to us here. We don't have the same amount of this. We have wild rabbits. Yeah, it is not very often we see a live squirrel here in Denmark. We have to be very lucky. They are actually almost extinct here. So yeah, I mean there can't be much meat on these little things. I have eaten forest rats, Susan Hill. There's a different big because when it's called a forest rat. So exactly, Clara. Sometimes you have to consider that to keep the population down. Um, yes, I mean a lot of people eat rats and guinea pigs. Um, and I'm grown up with rabbits, and I mean it's how it is. Especially forest rats. Yeah, they skin them. Good morning, Kathleen. Good to see you. So, hope you have a great Monday morning. Oh, you're a hypocrite. I am better. My dentist. I have been very sick, but I think it was the anesthetic I got from a dentist. So yeah. And Susan, you got your paper. I need to answer you on. I am going to answer you on my messenger, Susan Hill. I am. Afterwards, I saw you put a message to me too. Thank you. So it is so nice. Yes, you did, sweetheart. And I saw it, and I am so happy and pleased. But as I told you, I sometimes have a difficulty to touch the screen, to feel the screen. So, but I am going to write to you, sweetheart. Yes, Claire, and I'll get some. So, and as you saw, I gave you some of the what you liked, and I hope you liked the paper that you got. So, you better do that, Lynn. And it is very early for you, and thank you for coming and saying hey and support. Love you. So, it has been nice. Yes. And you too, Lynn. So, yeah. Oh, I'm glad you did. Of my hamster, yes. So I am very happy for him. So yeah. So and I can guess Amber is also on her way to jobs, and it has. And good night, Lynn. Are you going to Kathleen? Kathleen, are you going to? Okay, it's because are you going? Or you just saying goodnight to all the others here? Yeah, I have when we talk about rescuing, I'm rescuing these little squirrels too. We don't hunt them here in Denmark. We are rescuing them and nurse them and put them back in the forest. Actually, we have some few at the big old cemetery in the trees. Oh, okay. Then have a great day, and I'm glad to hear that, Susan Hill. Beautiful, and goodbye to you, my American friend, Susan Hill. Okay, yeah, Kathleen, that's what you're doing in Texas, yes. But there must be, I mean, a difference since some have blood in Kansas and some have, I mean, it must be where, I mean, yeah, so, and cute chipmunks. We don't have chipmunks here. We have red squirrel. Our squirrels are red. We have red squirrel. They are colored red furred. Yes. So that's how we have them here in Denmark. And there, I mean, they are not allowed to be shot. You can actually get to prison. So, oh, that's a wonderful Susan. Yeah. And as you can see, I have little white birds here next to my window. I feed the little white birds. If I'm quiet, you can actually hear them. Because outside here, I'm on a second floor. And as you can see, I actually have a big tree outside here, my kitchen window. And a lot of love to you, Susan Hill. And the little birds come to my window here and feed from, I buy these. I always have these little birds with seeds into here, and I put them in a special container, and I hang them up outside on my window. And when they're empty, the birds are picking on the window and call me. And sometimes they fly in and sit on the netting here on the window and call me. And sometimes they get Fiona to come and fetch me to put up some new feed for them. So yeah, and sometimes when it's raining, I open up a little bit, and they're actually sitting inside here, lined up in shelter. So that's very wonderful. I like that. Thank you, Kathleen. I like the little birds. And they have a balcony downstairs. They said they're so cute when they're sitting on the balcony. They can see the little birds come and sit out here. And sometimes they come with the young ones and they sit down there. And mom and dad are hugging out and start to feed the babies on the line we have outside here, or the railing. We have a little railing outside the window. So they come, and sometimes when it's really hot, I put some water in a special container. I hang a water container for them. They can drink off. So, but you can actually see the tree out here, and we can see them fly like this. And yeah, I couldn't be without them. I mean, we have to take care of nature, especially when you live in the city. I mean, we people are destroying so much. I mean, where the little bird can be. Um, so I mean, it's good to take care of the few we have left, um, and start considering that. I mean, without the wildlife, we can't exist. We need the trees. I mean, we need the nature. We need that little bird. We need the rats to take the garbage before it's sort of start to stink. I mean, could you imagine? Basically, because I have seen a lot of people, they are like pigs when they throw their things everywhere. I mean, what people are throwing of food on the streets and stuff like that. I mean, it is like nobody cares anymore. And I am one of them that really care about the nature. Um, as soon as I get my other camera to work, I am going to take a video for you girls. I can't go with my laptop, but I found out if I can take a video on my phone and connect it to my computer, I'm going to show you a little bit around how my backyard is looking and give you a tour. Because next to me on the opposite side here, we actually have a park, but they have simply rearranged it so it's more for kids to play football and stuff like that. We don't have so many birds anymore because they had just digged up the entire park for making a metro station. So we have lost a lot of green areas, and they sort of promised us a park, and it ended up being red painted asphalt park with concrete benches. Yeah, and you know what? In the summer, the sea bus. Sometimes I do, Clara, but I can assure you the Danish beaches are so crowded and dirty with garbage you have never imagined. I mean, you can hardly walk on the beach because of people's plastic garbage. I mean, cigarette butts. I do smoke, but you know what? I have a transportal ashtray, or I am also one of the persons, I don't smoke outside my home. I don't want to. I mean, and there are these captured people are drinking so much beer. There are beer cans, beer bottles, broken beer glass. I mean, everywhere, and even in the water. And people are taking these one-time barbecue. Every summer, there's a lot of children that get burned in the feet because people just leave them and don't care, or that just, dig it under cover them with loose sand so children can't see it, but the coals are still gloating and they're getting so much burned, even the animals. I mean, it's ew, and it's we have a lot campaign about people trying to be, please clean up after you. Like in the park, you should see the park in the summer, Clara. I mean, it's a pigsty. It's like the young people haven't learned to clean up after themselves. So it's not very often. It's only about winter time. I take a sea trip because then I can be sure people don't sit and throw garbage everywhere. So sometimes I can show you in my Facebook how I can share some photos with you how it actually looked like when young people have had a party. Or I mean sometimes, and the beach is also filled with these little gas metal, they're inhaling this gas. Yeah, that is absolutely true, Clara. That I can only say yes. It is horrible. So it's sad but true. So there was a time, you're welcome, Clara, where things was different. Yeah. So not anymore. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take my dishes and I am going to prepare some greens for Chopper so he can have some pheasant stew tonight. So I have a pheasant. I have to be clean for meat. So yeah. And then I have my dishes I need to have cleaned. Actually, what I have of greens, as you can see, I got here. Here I got the pheasant. Show you. Here it is. Well boiled pheasant. And it smells very good. It is simply watered out in salt water. I have removed the bullets and I got one of these bell peppers, yellow one, like this, and we are having, as you can see when I buy, hello, Elizabeth. I hope you're happy for your paper. Yes, I did, Clara, and I sort of I cleaned it up by I didn't plug it. I skinned it because sometimes you know, the skin of the pheasant of wild, the fat can taste. It has a bad taste to it sometimes. So I clean it for skin. So instead of I sort of plug it, I simply rip up. Oh, you do too? Yes. Because it's wild, you don't eat the skin. So carrots and some apples. And I can see some of my apples are going to be, has been bad here. Turn back. Bad, very bad indeed. So it's sometimes goes fast with wild apples. Yeah, so I need to get rid of them. Some forest apples. Yes, it's easier to skin them. And it's good to see you, Elizabeth. Forest apples. And these potatoes, ordinary yellow potatoes, but these are a very heavy sort of potatoes. I don't know the sort of it, but they're pretty good. And of course, the main substance is onion. Hello, Victorian. And red and yellow onions and garlic is going into it. So what I'm, as you can see, going to do now is I'm going to peel all the meat off the pheasants, and it is absolutely easier to skin it. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, but I am going to put this back in the fridge again because I have to clean the pot. I made chicken soup blended for chopper yesterday. And as you can see, I make it like this in little containers. So I give him, if it has to be out sometimes, if he's lucky, he can get it heated up. But he says he liked my blended soup because he don't mind eat it cold. And it's much better than starving or just be feeded with sweets. He liked to have these. So when he come at night or it start to rain or he has somebody who's very cold, it is so easy for me to take this out of the freezer and heat it in the microwave. So I always have some warm blended soup for him. And the same with, I serve it with the fried bread. I showed you how I make the fried bread. So what I'm doing now, these are turned very bad, very fast. So out with them. And that means this is a healthy apple. I mean, if an apple turns bad on you, that means they're healthy. I mean, sometimes if you buy these apples, I mean, they are so filled with I mean, it's like they're coated with something. Yeah, oh, thanks, Clara. Yes. And sometimes I really like to, I love to cook. um, and sometimes I also find things, when how can you sort of make a lot of food for few money, and you can actually make a lot of healthy stuff. And I found out they also like to have these fried bread with Nutella. Now I'm talking about Nutella again. So yeah, and I'm going to replace this one. And these are the one actually when I go shopping, I have a lot of these instead of plastic bags. Sometimes when you buy your groceries in loose weight, and this is actually just as light as a plastic bag. So instead of, they're really smiling at me in the grocery stores because I bring my own bags for the groceries. So when I go into a shop or I see they have things in loose weight like this, like potatoes, I simply use my own net bags because I mean, I think about and care, of course, of the environment. And sometimes you have to. Oh, you do that too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. So also because so hello, Mary Lou, and you got Victorian age, yes, and so. But I need to ask you, Elizabeth, were you satisfied with your paper? I hope your paper was satisfaction. So I need to wash that one. Yeah, I am, Elizabeth. You have to be, you really have to take considerness that you have to leave this planet to your grandchildren. And I would like them to have, a clean earth. And, at least there's some nature for them that is not covered in plastic garbage. And I don't know, it's very frustrating when you see, oh, thank you. I'm happy. Thank you, Elizabeth. I'm glad to hear it. Yes. So, yeah, but as I telling you, when you can't even go on the TV without seeing. Have you ever seen these horrible? Now you can actually, you know what? It is so frustrating to boil your egg because you have to peel it. So now you can actually buy little plastic containers because then you can just take a plastic silicone container, knock your egg out into it, and you can boil it in this silicone plastic and you don't have to worry about peeling it. Honestly, I mean no matter, you can't make plastic safe to eat. And no matter what, every time you heat up this silicone, it will release some of the chemicals into it. And yesterday I even saw you can buy peeled bananas in plastic vacuum sealed bags now. And that's why I really, no, I don't want to go in that wagon. And I am simply, thinking about, I have my own reusable bags with me and tell people, besides, it's not healthy to eat too many eggs. I mean, you have to eat after the season. Um, that's how I am raised, actually. And sometimes you are lucky, like me, to find these forest apples and stuff like that. There's still some good on that apple here. It can be due to. So yeah. So that's my project for today. Is actually making a pheasant stew with the seasoned green. So that means, but first I am going to do my dishes, and I have a lot, and I save these. I don't save for pockets or drawers. I simply use as to collect garbage. Oh, you're making apple butter? Yes, I am going to, Claire. I am going to make apple garlic and brown sugar, like a syrup, like a bread spread. Here, antibiotic. Here, as you can see, I'll take two whole garlic, 6 apples, brown sugar, and butter, and simply make as yeah, and like a bread spread of garlic. I have never heard about apple butter. It sounds really delicious. I need to try that. Like a chutney, yes. So, but it is like a blended chutney, because when I have done it, like the apple syrup, apples I made with like for the apple cake, I am going to boil it up and blend it so it gets like smooth cream to put on bread. We like that. And sometimes you have, like for potatoes, mashed potatoes and stuff like that. So that is what I'm sort of doing here. So and I have promised I am going to show you the recipes. I know you would like that. These old Danish recipes of cheap food, and how you can save money by, for example, making your own chocolate cream. And I am going to show you the caramel version of the hazelnut Nutella cream. Okay, you too, Mary. You're going. Have a great day, I suppose. And you too. It is morning. Yes. And you know what? Thank you for coming by. It was very pleased to see you. So, and you too, have a wonderful day and take care. So, and I am also soon going off here. So, and it has been wonderful to meet you new people. And I hope you oh, you have your granny shuriken handmade. Oh, you lucky. They are treasures, Clara. I mean, when you have, this book I showed you, this is a treasure. I mean, when you have something handwritten, that is wonderful. I mean, treasure them. I hope they are going to be, inheritance. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can't value old recipes. I mean, they are treasures because if we need some more to think. We need to explain to people you can't go the way that the government or the rich people want us to do, because then we will lose our earth. I mean, they're only concerned about these paper money. They don't concerned about how to eat, because you know what? They can go in the shop, but they don't have the back knowledge yet. But listen up. If you don't grow anything, there's nothing to eat. I mean, if you uh, use all the trees, you can't breathe, right? I mean, we need to teach our grandchildren. Sometimes I feel in most cases it is too late with our children. We need to start early to teach them. Listen up. We need you need to close your eyes for all these things because they are dead things. I mean, you don't need all this plastic crap. I mean, because you have to consider where to do about it. And we're living in a time where people say out of sight, out of mind. Where can we hide it? And most of it ended up in the ocean, sadly. So for us it is to show you can really live and you can shop. And if you sort of start to boycott everything and stop buying the products wrapped in plastic, I mean, we might win so we can get rid of it. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Yes. I mean, we need to be the examples for our grandchildren and listen up and tell them, you know what? How do you think I survived? I mean, we didn't have all that, and we survived. I mean, we didn't know how to survive. But kids today, they don't know because they are simply too brainwashed with, I mean, being consumers. And I think that's the most dangerous part, what we are experiencing now, that the kids don't know how to cook properly. They don't know what real ingredients taste like. I mean, you go in the supermarket and you buy some fruit and it tastes like a ship container. And I said, you know what? Not even apples. When I found these forest apples, I could smell the apples, right? When you go in the shop, you can't smell the apples because they're covered in wax. I mean, so, I mean, teach them. If you have a little garden, I mean, show them how to grow. And a lot of children in the town, they don't know that potatoes actually come from the ground, like peanuts is in the ground. I mean, they believe they are in the supermarket. I have seen children crying and be horrified when they were at a farm and they saw the farmer actually digging up the potatoes, and they were horrified because he has kept the potatoes in the dirt. Even the mothers were shocked, and I say, where do you think they come from? Yeah, from the supermarket. Yeah, but how do you think they're growing? They don't know. A lot of them don't even know that milk actually comes from an animal or from a cow, because or a chicken. That chicken you actually buy in the supermarket is a bird. No, because they don't see the bird. And that's exactly like the garbage. If you don't see it as an animal, you don't. I mean, yeah. I am raised on a little farm too, so to speak. I live next to a farm, and I have been taught how things are doing. As I told you, when I was little, we just went to the farmer and got free milk. He was so kind. my grandma could go and we can get a. I can remember it was my job to get a milk bottle. You know, we have these old milk containers in aluminium with a lid on, and I walked to the farmer. He went out from the big tank and filled it up with milk, and we went home and drank it. And yeah, I survived that too. I mean, yeah, and I mean, I am so surprised we actually survived with all that. I mean, we eat the berries directly from the bushes. I mean, yeah, and today, I mean, kids are horrifying. Um, so fruit is something that comes in, yeah, containers, sad but true. And I'm so happy to hear that you raised your kids too on a farm. And I know, Elizabeth, you did the same because you're a wonderful person and I love you so much. Also, you know what? My son keeps saying the best Christmas he had, you know, it was simply when we went into the forest and we actually made our own Christmas tree out of old newspaper, and we didn't have to roast. So I simply took some grounded beef meat and camouflaged it, and I can remember I shaped it like a duck, and we simply pretended we were eating a bird. You know, I mean, and we didn't have eyes, and I can assure you the poorest Christmas we ever hold is the one that kids remember because they're made with love. And like the Christmas gift, like my son, I mean, he remembered. I keep making homemade Nutella for him because we couldn't afford it. I think it's simply too expensive to pay about, oh, almost, I can remember 65 krona for a glass of Nutella. I don't have that money, so I made him own. Yeah, oh, that sound. I can remember you told me, Elizabeth, it was such a beautiful history. And you know, my son said, Mom, can you remember when we did that too? And we took I even took some of his old, we got a beef stew too. I mean, it was made, I made mine over an old barbecue. Uh, with this coal, I mean, it was, you know, it was how you do it and how the remember. And I can remember I took some of his old toys and I repacked them in, you know, wrapping paper, and he was so happy because he thought it was funny to get his old stuff back. um so it's, you can easily do that. And I have knitted him a beautiful sweater and stuff like that. And I think that's what children need. But the problem is, again, the society decide that you have to be a consumer, and you know, you have to make the world going round. No, because you can't eat that stupid paper. And I feel sorry for these rich people. Yeah. So, and the problem is also a lot of people are, I mean, working all the time, and that's also hard. Um, so it is. I mean, I prefer a poor man's Christmas, and my son did the same. We made a Christmas tree out of newspaper. We sort of just hand colored green with food coloring. I can remember we can here in Denmark we have only 3 colors. We can buy green, yellow, and red food coloring. That is the only 3 colors we can actually buy in the shop. We can't buy blue and purple and stuff like that unless it is on the internet. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, there are. I mean, I really feel sorry for the rich people. They're missing so much. I mean, we are actually the one that are rich compared to them because they don't know how to survive. I mean, they need us little people to survive. I mean, they are so poor so hi Susan Hill. Lovely to see you. So, I mean, you no, so, and that's what I also wanted to share with you girls. I mean, and I love to share with you and show that, I mean, they miss so much. And I am so happy I am not rich because, oh my God, I will be so sad as the money is good, but you can't take them to the grave with you. I mean, what are the paper? I mean, what use it is? I can't feed my kid with paper money. My son can't chew about himself through a metal penny, can he? No, because if there's no food to buy, what good use do you have of all your money? Nothing. What will you do the day there's no more oxygen? You can't do anything. I mean, you're lost. So no, we don't like that. So in my opinion, I am also like you, Elizabeth. I think we think exactly like I feel you are my soulmate. We are soul sisters, a lot of us, because we think the same. I mean, we have survived on small things, and I think that's good. And we can share with each other a lot of things. So, yes. We have so, and wonderful ladies, it is time for me to get some work to do and some greens. And I have now found the greens and want to heat some coffee. And I hope I see you again tomorrow. And yes, I can. If you want, I have another pheasant, so I can show you the poor man's recipe because this is all things that are sort of homegrown. This is actually a homegrown bell pepper. It is grown inside my other bedroom. So, and you can do that. And you too, it is afternoon, Elizabeth. It is afternoon. And hugs and blessing for you. And I've been on for 2 hours. I hope to see you again. Thank you so much for coming, and I will promise you next time I make this pheasant stew, I am going to show you the procedure. That's a promise. And you can, of course, also use a chicken. And you two take care. And Amber, I don't know if she's still here, but all of you, I can only see 4 people. So love to you, all 4 that came here. And hope you're doing good and have a great day. And it was so wonderful to see you, Elizabeth, too. Thank you. So, sister, I am going to show you when my happy mail come. So, bye and take care. Beautiful people. Love.